Hello and welcome. This is Wise Woman Television, and my name is Errity Green, and I am here with a pick a card reading for you today on your next steps in business. So I first encourage you to like and subscribe. Liking ensures that other people see this video, and subscribing ensures your own commitment to yourself. So I will first post a photo of the 3 piles of cards. That way you can intuitively choose. And now we will get started with pile 1. So pile 1, your next steps in business. So there are a couple things that are immediately coming through here. Either number 1, you are finally launching and living and doing your business, like doing the thing. You're going out there and you're putting yourself out there as a person who can provide the services that you do. One way or another, you're stepping into a service delivery, or maybe it could be products, but you are stepping into exchanges and transactions and acting as a consultant or a coach or whatever it is that you do in your business. You are stepping into that role right now, or this is your next step. For some of you, it could also be that you are getting the help that you need. So your next steps are, whether, when I say next steps, these could be guided next steps. So you're hearing these for the first time right now in the reading, and these are the steps you're being guided toward by God, Great Spirit, the divine cosmos, whatever you refer to it as. And or these could be the next steps that you were already planning on, and this will act as an affirmation for you. So some of you will be hiring and getting the support that you need to do what you need to do. Some of you, I feel like this is a big chunk of people in this group. It feels like a bigger energy in terms of what's happening for this pile, that a lot of you are finally reaching out for the help that you need. So it's like you have this idea, you've wanted to do this thing, it's important to you, you know it's a part of your life path or a part of your purpose, and now you are actually realizing and or committing to getting the help that you need to get this off the ground. So perhaps you've hired a consultant or a social media management firm, or you've hired a coach, a business coach, a life coach, whatever, but you've gotten the support that you need to actually follow through and bring this to fruition. And what this is saying, the message here is, whether or not for the minority of you or the smaller group of you who are stepping into the role finally of doing your business, whatever it is, and or that you have now or will be hiring someone or partnering with someone to support you, feels like that's, like I said, the larger part of this group, that this is going to be successful for you. Like, this is the way, this is the yes, like, yes, this is the way you want to take. This is an affirmation of the decision that you're making right now to do this, or perhaps you've been sitting on it. Like I said, there's a good majority of you who are finally reaching out for help, for support to get this out there, to get this done. That is a yes, with an exclamation point from God, Great Spirit, the universe, that this is the way. And this is going to support your highest potential and all that you want. And if you are stepping into and filling the shoes of the role for your business for the first time, and that's what your next steps are, that's what you're being guided toward. Again, I see the majority of you are getting some help to make this happen. Now, it looks like the past that you've kind of been exploring or discovering, or been in a phase of what you'd like to do next. Now, whether that is overall for your business before you launch for the first time, or perhaps that is that you were playing around with a program, or how you wanted to phrase something, or how you wanted to message or market something, that you've been kind of toying with things, experimenting with things, and that you finally got to the point, or that you are right now, that you're ready to go. Like, it's a green light, it's happening, let's do this. You've spent enough time doing all the things that feels like it's coming to completion for a good majority of you. And or some of you do feel like you're still tinkering, and that's okay, because let's get real, business will always evolve. It'll always be evolving with your own growth. It'll always be evolving with your successes or the lessons that you're learning. So don't feel like you can't be tinkering with things. However, the message here is about you're stepping into more of an action-based mode, action orientation, where you are taking steps based on the things that you're learning, based on the things that you've discovered or uncovered, and you are now in a position to go and do the thing or try the thing. Because a lot of times, especially if you are a beginning entrepreneur, a coach, consultant, whatever it is that you might be doing, And it could be a number of things, right? There potentially could be hundreds of people or thousands who end up watching this over the course of time. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, but you are stepping into a more action-oriented place where you are doing the thing, not just thinking about or tinkering or experimenting or discovering. So the present energies here is that there was a time that you felt like your commitment was being tested. You were like, okay, nothing is working. And I don't know if that's because you've had sort of failed launches. Nothing is truly a failure, right? We're always just learning and stepping into our truest selves. So anything that is a seeming failure is just an opportunity to sort of hone in or narrow or get clear on who you are and what you want. Everything in business is just, especially when you are working for yourself, as an entrepreneur, as a sole proprietor, that kind of energy, so much of it is just getting into alignment with who you truly are and what you truly want. And if you're finding things aren't launching or you're finding things aren't landing, it's because something is off in terms of honoring yourself and what it is that you truly want and who you truly are and what you're here to do. Aligning yourself with your truest self, your most authentic self, as well as divine will. That is a part of it. You know, there is a greater intelligence at play, and I find that when we honor that intelligence, we do find more success. Sometimes that intelligence says sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, aka, right, take that time to do the self-discovery and to play with things. Other times it says move it. And here the energy, it's not like a massive move it, but it's saying you're sort of stepping into that right now. And that's what the past has sort of geared you up into and led you into. And that you've been through a series of trials and challenges that could have felt like this wasn't for you, or that you don't want to do this anymore. There could have been some disappointments here, again, some seeming failures. But in fact, your abundance is coming through now. Like that phase or that season has ended, and there's a big opportunity here to step into a new experience or a new phase of prosperity or abundance in your business. Now, what I'm seeing here with this energy though, and just to be fair and just to be clear, is this isn't a windfall of abundance that just showers over you right now. And for you, when you hear that, you're like, I don't want to hear any more disappointing news. But I'm just telling you what I hear, and it's, you're looking at it, so it's really close, it's within reach. So it's not right here holding it in your chest, it's not happening right now on top of you, you know. However, it's within reach. So keep moving, get this thing going, get this off the ground. This is the green light. If you're not already moving into action, get the help that you need if that's a part of your next steps. Like I said, a majority of you are hiring someone. You're getting the support to put these things into place, to get this action and momentum going. You need some momentum here, and this abundance is within reach such that once this momentum is going, it's going to come quite easily. But you need to build that momentum, and that's what you're doing here. So that's the present energy, and you're just now sort of opening this. It's like something has opened up in your energy field. Something has opened up, whereas before things might have felt a little bit more difficult or challenging, and now things are going to be sort of sliding in a little bit easier. It's a lighter energy, a more playful energy, more exuberant energy, and that's right here at your fingertips. I would say even a little bit closer. And it's funny because as I go to say that, I'm like, nope, it feels a little bit closer than that. It's just not right here yet, but it's coming. So trust that, keep going. So the future energies is this, is you come so fully aligned with yourself and what it is that you're here to do and what it is that you're here to share, how you're meant to serve, what you're meant to impart, that things are so 100% congruent that your success unfolds organically and naturally from here. Wow. So you're coming into this place of fully anchored into yourself, and that it just feels like this rolling unfoldment of who you are and what you came here for. There aren't any questions. It doesn't even feel like this whimsical, fanciful energy. And I talk about that a lot. Oftentimes when I'm sort of reading outcome energy or future energy, it's very much around, it's never like this separate divine experience or like this whimsical divine, like I'm riding on unicorns and rainbows energy. It's usually just this inner anchoring and flowy, organic and natural experience of yourself that just unfolds. It's like this red carpet just unfolds right in front of you, and it's because you've become totally congruent and in alignment with who you are and what you are here to do. And I think as I'm sharing this message, this is the support that you're guided to get right now. If you don't already have someone in your corner and supporting you to really get congruent with who you are and what you want, this is the opportunity to do that, pile one specifically. Now it says that a part of you has perhaps struggled in the past, and maybe you didn't even realize it was a struggle. Sometimes it can be easy to sort of get lost in conditioning or mass information, mass media, things like that, or other people's messaging, or the way that other people share and speak and what they share, what you've read. But it looks like there, again, was some experiences in the past, or this discovery of what it is that you really want, like who it is that you are. And so where your greater success comes in your business and the next steps, where they are guiding you toward, is this true understanding of who you are, again, what you want, what you're here to do, and success comes very effortless and natural. And it doesn't mean that there isn't some work and some momentum to be done here like we talked about, but honestly, it feels like less work out there, although yes, you want to be taking action, right? Because that's what you're stepping into, and a lot of that has to do with doing the thing that you know you need to do, whether that's getting help or stepping into the role of what it is you came here to do. Once that happens, things start unfolding, and in a much, I think, organic, natural, clear way for you. But a lot of your work is just stepping into who you are, what you want, getting 100% congruent with that, and things just begin to unfold from there. And it doesn't feel like a waterfall. Again, it feels like an unfolding of a red carpet right in front of you. It's gentle, it's easy, it's flowy, and if you're just following along with the steps that are showing up in your reality and your experience, and you get that help that you're being guided to get, the next steps in your business, all of this happens fruitfully and relatively quickly. You know, this is within a year's time, things are really getting going for you and serving and supporting you. So that's your reading, and it ended right at 11:22. So there's a lucky magic number for you, pile 1. If this resonated for you, I encourage you to comment below, to like and subscribe. And I also want to let you know, this is my work in the world, and I love supporting people and getting their legacy and their business and their success off the ground, and especially when it comes to true, authentic success within their own heart. So if you want any support in bringing this reading to life, I encourage you to check out my offerings below. I do offer both personal readings and coaching support in order to do that. So thank you, pile 1, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, pile 2. Our reading today is on your next steps in business, and you are being asked right now, your next steps, what you're being guided toward. You're either already on this path, or you're being guided toward it now for the first time, and you're hearing this for the first time, is some deep healing with yourself, some forgiveness with yourself, some letting go. So it seems like you've been through a painful period, or maybe you feel like you've made some mistakes in the past, whether it be with your business or in your personal life. That'll be different for each and every one of you, but there's a huge part of releasing and clearing some heavier energy at this time, and that's going to support you to step into the greater success or the business endeavors or successes that you are asking about for this reading. So your next steps are some self-forgiveness, some deeper healing, and again, that's going to clear out any kind of heavier energies. And when I say that, a part of me, and so as I read, I just read, right? But this is Errity who wants to speak as the human, because when I hear that sometimes as someone who listens to readings myself, or doing readings for other people, it feels like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like I can't even be successful, or I can't even do what I need to do, or whatever, just because I have heavy energy, like I have to be perfect just for something to materialize, right, or come to fruition. And I just want to remind you that you are whole and perfect as you are, and it's not that things aren't doable or achievable when you are carrying heavy energy. It's just that it's harder for you. Okay, it does not mean that things aren't possible. It just means you have to work harder, and we can have energy either work for us or work against us, and it's never actively working against us in a sabotage kind of way. It's just the way energy works. And so if we want the support of the energy that is around us and within our field, and with God and Great Spirit itself and divine intelligence, a huge part of that is clearing out or releasing some of this heavier energy or heavier baggage that could, for each of you, have to do with your business or your life. There is not a specific here, so I imagine it is different for each and every one of you. We might find out more here as we go, but there is an opportunity to surrender. Like, you don't have to know it all, you don't have to be it all, you don't have to carry it all, you don't have to carry the burdens of the past anymore, or this baggage, whatever you've been moving through. You can release that, and when you do, the energy can work for you. It can do some of the attracting and bring some more ease and flow into your experience so that you don't have to work so hard to do it. So there is something here. I feel like my pile twos, some of y'all are workaholics, okay? Type A personalities, perfectionists. I know it because I can relate to it. I'll have to see later if this is the pile that resonates for me. I don't know. Because this energy is for you all, but now that I'm reading it, I'm like, hey, this is interesting. So the energy that's coming up here is a lot of you have been like working really hard, doing the thing, you know, putting your foot to the pavement, pedal to the metal. And interestingly enough, your next steps for a while now have never been about your business directly or your success directly. It's been about supporting, caring for, attending to, and healing for yourself. There's been a lot of baggage and things that you're carrying around in terms of old emotional energies or old woundings or old pain that haven't been properly acknowledged. And it doesn't mean that you were one to suppress or repress, although you very well may have, and been in go and do and achieve mode. And sometimes we do that subconsciously to avoid the pain. And sometimes we just do it because we have to. Single mamas out there, I get it if that's who you are. And you don't have to be. A lot of people will watch this and you're a man or you are an executive or whoever you are, and that's fine too. But it's just like a holla kind of thing. I get you. And we can tend to get in this hamster wheel to avoid the pain, and it could be subconscious, and sometimes we're just doing it because the practical realities and the necessity of our lives calls for that. I actually do feel some masculine energy here, that a masculine will watch this and feel like he's carrying the weight of his family. And so if you're feeling that pressure too, wherever the pressure is coming from, you've been in this workaholic zone, and it's your next steps in your business and your next steps for success for your next level have not been about your business itself. It's always been, for a while now, I would say even 2-3 years for many of you, it's been about you. It's been about healing, a deep healing, a deep emotional healing and clearing for you. And as you release a lot of that energy, and again, properly acknowledge, so often the healing is just about acknowledging what's here, being honest about what's here and where we're at, and that's it. Sometimes it'll point us toward different directions or give us a clearer idea of what we truly want. It'll hone in on like who we truly are, what we truly want, give us some like keys into like the direction we genuinely want to take toward more sincere, authentic success. And a lot of times the pain just wants to be acknowledged, and that's it. Like that's all the work you need to do. Slow down long enough to see what's here that wants your attention. Something wants your attention. Be with that. And that is what your next steps are. These are your next steps, pile 2. So it looks like your past is that as you do some of this healing, and it's so interesting here because I got the energy of workaholics, there's some father element here for many of you where you learned, and this could either be directly through your biological father, it could be through your father figure, or it could be through the energetic father. The masculine, the energetic father takes place, I think, even at our societal level, the conditioning that we experience, where again, we are taught that we have to be productive at all times. We have to be moving at all times. We have to be profit driven at all times. We have to be focused on profit and productivity at all costs, including the cost to ourselves, to our well-being, to our quality of life, and to all the things that we deeply value, that's a worthwhile enough cost because the numbers. And it's saying you've got a different bottom line. You know, you're being guided toward a different bottom line. And it doesn't mean you don't have both bottom lines, financial and then quality of life and well-being and health. But some of you are also sacrificing your health. And I actually feel a lot of emotion here. Some of you have really abandoned yourself for a very long time. And it breaks my heart for you. And I just want, first of all, I want to give you so much love, or offer you so much love because you've been working really hard. Give yourself that credit, and that you can unhook and let go of these beliefs or these norms or whatever, these standards, whether it's from your actual father figure, or through the great, kind of energetic father that is bolstered up through the conditioning of the Western world, that we always have to be going and doing and achieving and striving and efforting and all of these things. Unhook from that. There is some healing to be done, again, around that, releasing yourself from that bondage and from those chains, because your goals anymore are much more about you connecting deeply with yourself and doing the inner work or the healing or discovery or whatever, and supporting yourself to energetically favor or attract what it is that you want, so you don't have to work so hard anymore. So this doesn't have to be a huge competition. And yeah, there's just a lot here. And it says, you know, you're always kind of working toward the next goal or working toward the next thing, but your opportunity here is to shift that. And that's more your present energy. But when I'm looking at your past, that's what I'm seeing, is that it was always go, 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 do, achieve, in that workaholic kind of mode. And your next steps in business, your successes are going to come from a different place. So if you are a man or you identify as a man or a masculine when you're watching this show, for me, you are getting to a place that is more emotional in nature, even embodying more of your feminine energy. Everyone has both, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a healer. That's a great healer, a union within yourself that's going to not only catalyze your success, but really genuinely support you in bringing you into a place where you get to experience your life as you deserve. If you're a woman or you identify as a woman or as a feminine as you're watching this, you finally get to have the opportunity to surrender to your true feminine nature. Again, we always have both masculine and feminine energies. These are really concepts that help us understand ourselves, not necessarily true, real, valid like things that exist in nature, but it helps us understand ourselves more. So if you're a feminine who's watching this, who's always been in your workaholic mode, you are being invited to step into who you are as your own feminine, to get to know that side of yourself more. And the surrender here is so beautiful because you get to experience that energy, maybe even for the first time, to be held, to be nurtured, to be nourished, to be loved, to be truly parented from the place of love instead of sternness or discipline or standards and expectations. So that's the past. And I know this is moving a little bit more slowly than pile one, but this is a deep reading, and I want to honor you and give you full attention to what wants to be shared here. So that's just an FYI, pile two. I know it's moving a little bit slower than the other pile. So present energies is really connecting with what you truly want. What do you truly want, pile two? Is this the life that you want for yourself? Is this business, is this success the life that you want for yourself? For many of you, you're already going to say yes automatically because that's the energy that you're in, okay? You don't want to question that. Dare we touch that? No. You'd rather keep all of that and just change everything else. But I do want to ask you to question if this is what you truly want. And I also want you to explore if, let's just say it is what you want, even at the deepest core level. I want you to be supremely honest with yourself. I want you to explore if this is the way that you want it. Is this business the way that you want it? Is it structured the way that you want it? Is it designed the way that you want it? Is this really who you are and what you want? And if it's not operating that way, if you're not living the lifestyle or the business lifestyle or whatever that you truly want, I hope that you will explore that and allow yourself to move in the directions of what it is that you truly value, what matters most to you, what it is that you truly want. And here, this is an opportunity for you to receive, to give to yourself more so than having to give to others. This is more about giving to yourself than it is giving to others. So however you can create space for that in your life and in your business, get some support. If you have the money, some of you in pile two have some money and a history of success. Get the support that you need to take care of yourself so you can take the time. Is that hiring an assistant? Is that hiring someone to partner with you? Is that hiring someone who's going to do all the menial kinds of jobs? Is that hiring a coach? I don't know. But you have an opportunity here to invest the stuff that you do have to support yourself to step into this healing phase and period. Not everyone in pile two will have the funds for that. Especially the women who have been in this energy probably won't. Actually, I'm getting two different energies here. So some of the women here in pile two are used to a lot of success. Again, they've been in that masculine energy or whatever, so they certainly will. And then there's some more, feminine who, if you identify as a woman, who have been in this energy, who have always given so much, and this more masculine energy that you've never given enough to yourself. Okay, so we'll see those different energies here. Now, the future is that you come out of this healed and whole. Your heart is whole, it is healed, it is well, you are thriving, you are in abundance, and I just feel a lighter, more exuberant, but just like healed heart. You've come alive again. Your heart is happy. Your heart is happy with what you're doing, with what you're sharing, with how you're living, with your business. with how you operate in the world. Some of you might walk away from your business. I don't feel that for many of you. A lot of you are very committed and invested, and I get you, and I got you. But you will find new ways to operate your business such that it honors who you are and what you truly want and these desires that you've explored for yourself. So it's really beautiful. And to have faith, the final message here in your futures, you will have faith that your dreams can work out without all of your efforting and striving and working so hard. Because you will do this healing, because you would do this clearing out, because you will work on the energetic level, you will find and start to see evidence in your own reality that success can happen through energy and through what you attract and through just who you are and how you operate in the world without having to work so darn hard. You'll begin to have faith that this is a real pathway to success, and it doesn't have to require workaholism or being on the hamster wheel all the time, that you can take time out for yourself, honor yourself, do the healing work for yourself, and that too is just as profitable in the long term as any other more mainstream or standard issue endeavor or traditional way of creating success. So that's your message, pile 2. I'm so grateful you watched this. I think this is really going to be deeply healing and meaningful for many of you. If this resonated, I encourage you to comment below. I also encourage you to like and subscribe. And last but not least, if you want the support to bring this to fruition, to bring this reading and this healing to completion, I encourage you to reach out. I do offer coaching programs for this kind of work, and I would love to support you on your path. So thank you, pile 2. Okay, pile 3, your next steps in business. So your next steps in business, there's a new chapter here, a new beginning. You have come to a place where you are either starting a brand new business that feels relevant for many or a lot of you, or you are starting a brand new program, service offering, product, something like that. But this is a new chapter, a new season for you and for your business. Some of you have actually left another business and started a new one. So you've taken the time to sort of clear things out, do some self-discovery, that kind of thing, and you are stepping into a new phase, a new cycle, a new experience, a new chapter that honors who you truly are and what you truly want. So that's really beautiful. Feels a little bit more aligned, feels a little bit lighter. You're stepping into, again, a new chapter, new offering, new product, new business even, or another second business, but this is something new. These are your next steps. Now, some of you are already stepping into this, and this will be affirmation and acknowledgement of that step or these steps, and many of you are being guided toward that. With this reading, you're being shown, yes, this is the way, or you're being guided for the first time, like it might be the time to consider a fresh offering. This feels very fresh. I'm glad that word came up and that energy came up, because it feels very, very fresh for you. And I don't mean fresh right out of the oven. I mean fresh like, ripe. It's ripened and it's ripe like a fruit from a tree, okay? Feels very, very fresh. Now the past, actually, it looks like you've had a lot of fun getting to this place in your life or in your business. It feels like you have really enjoyed yourself in whatever endeavor or path that you're on. I actually really love pile 3. I've loved all the piles. They've been incredible, but they've been so different. And pile 2 is very deep and very healing. And pile 3 is just very like light and whimsical and fun. And you spend a lot of time playing and enjoying your business. And perhaps it hasn't had to be too serious for you yet, and or things have come easy for you. And that's awesome. And I love that. And this is all in the past, right? And it does look like, again, that you've done some discovery work, and or, so this could go two ways. Either you've done some self-discovery or some experimentation and things like that in the past, and now you're coming into a place of play because you found your clarity and like you're enjoying it because you finally feel clear and you're like, yes, all this is open, like there's no more confusion, there's no more cognitive dissonance, there's no more uncertainty, like I know with conviction where I'm headed. And like that's how this new chapter is beginning, because that has come to a close. But some of you, I feel, are still looking. You have a lingering curiosity, some lingering questions, some loose ends that are still being tied up, and that's awesome. That's fine. I know that some of you probably don't like that. You prefer to have it all, tucked in and ready to go. However, it's also saying that there is an opportunity to just to enjoy yourself, to, like I said, be in that sort of vibrant, playful, lighthearted energy. And then those conclusions, the things that you want, the answers that you're seeking, they do come through when you step into that energy. When you're out there seeking and trying to find, instead of making it a quest, it's going to be forever a quest. Step out of that energy of trying to find a solution or trying to find the answer, and step into just enjoyment and play, kind of like the whole act as if energy, act as if you were already there. Now, I never like self-denial. I don't think you should be acting like you're somewhere that you're not. It just invites you to get more playful with it, to have more fun, to enjoy yourself more, and that the answers that you're seeking do fall into place when you step into that energy. However, I will say, again, a lot of you, or some of you, because this is a past energy, this means that you've already done that you've already been through that, and again, you've stepped into this more playful time. You've had the certainty or the clarity that you need, and you're moving forward. So your present energy, there is something here about you're starting something new, and things need to be simplified or streamlined in order for you to kind of see the success that you seek, or to see it through and to get the success that you seek. Because you have this new launch, you have this new business. So for some of you, I am feeling like second business. This is a new venture. You already have some things into place. This is a new venture for you. And there's an opportunity to simplify some things because it might be more difficult or more complicated or scattered. Your energy might be scattered if you're trying to do all the things. Now, for some of you, this just means that your attention can't be properly given to this new venture or this new business or this new launch or new program or whatever if your life isn't fully like structured and it doesn't have its focus and it's not fully streamlined so that you have like time for everything, right? Time for yourself. If you have a family, time for your family, time for all the householding and stuff, as well as time for this new venture or new business. Get your ducks in a row. That's what it's saying. Get your ducks in a row so that this is a little bit easier for you and it supports you to have a little bit more streamlined success. Now, what it's saying here is you want to clear out some of this stuff that is in the way and or give direction or focus through structure to the other parts of your life so that it can support you to be successful. Because for our pile threes, it feels like or seems like either you tend to get scattered, but it's not that. It feels like even a future energy that things will not be able to grow or build momentum or see themselves all the way through to the success that you desire at the level that you desire if these things aren't put into place now. So get some structure in there, get some simplifying in there, some streamlining in there. If you need support to do that, get the support you need to do that. Not all of us are Jacks or Jills of all trades. Like, we may not know how to do that. Maybe we know how to do this venture and do the thing, but we don't know how to structure ourselves properly or discipline ourselves properly or whatever. Get the support that you need then to make that happen, because you're being asked to simplify your life right now so that the success you seek can come through. You're like laying the grid work, you're laying the tracks so that this can kind of move right on through. And if those tracks aren't there, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Not impossible, but it may be more difficult, or you won't see the same level of success or ease that it is that you desire. So the future is, because of this, your dream is successful. Whatever you're stepping into, this new launch, this new venture, this new business, it is successful. It actually becomes it evolves into your bigger dream. So you have a bigger dream, you have a bigger vision for yourself. There is something that you have looked forward to or worked toward for a very long time. This is it. It's giving you the affirmation that this is it. Yes, yes, yes. You're getting another yes. I know we got one in the very beginning, that this does align with your bigger vision, bigger dream. And it does become that as long as you're following this advice that we've already been talking about, like getting into the energy and the embodiment of enjoying yourself. So you're getting into that as if energy, you're simplifying your life, you're structuring things. That way it has room to breathe and it can build the momentum that is required for this, and it becomes your bigger vision. Now, for some of you, you are being asked to sit back and determine how you want this new venture, new business, new program, new launch to serve you. So some of you haven't given it an intention yet. So some of you are already on a roll, and like I said, it turns into that, and it's a big fat yes. And others of you, it's like, okay, this is great, I love that you're doing this, but give it some intention, give it some direction, give it some focus. How is this venture, program, business, whatever, going to serve you? Where do you want it to go? What do you want it to grow into? What does it require in order to grow into that? Give some time and space for sort of contemplating where you would like this to go, how you would like it to serve you, how you would like it to serve others. Put some intention behind it. Get really clear on what this is. Now, for some of you, it feels like it could have been very like whimsical or inspirational, like you felt it, you saw it, you started doing it, or you invested in something. And that's awesome. However, it's saying, okay, we'll give it some intention, give it some focus, give it some direction so that it can properly serve you. It can properly serve your path, your vision, where it is that you want to go. So that is your message, pile 3. You're starting something new. You are encouraged to make this as fun as possible and not take it so seriously, but really enjoy it. You're also being encouraged to kind of close out old chapters, tie up loose ends, simplify some things, put some things into place or structure so that you can fully support yourself to be able to do this extra thing or do this new thing if it is new, and that it does serve your bigger vision and or give it that intention to serve your bigger vision if that's what you desire. So pile 3, if this lands or resonates for you, I encourage you to comment below. I also encourage you to like and subscribe, and I do offer both personal readings as well as coaching support to guide people and support people to bring their readings to life and to support them on their path. So if that lands for you, you can check out those details below, and I will see you all next time.